Hi, guys. Welcome back. If you are listening to the Eternal Evolution podcast or if you're watching here today, I'm super grateful that you are here. Today's going to look a little different. It's not usually our typical podcast day. But I know that we had mentioned on the last episode that we would do a healing. And I haven't looked at the notes for it. I kind of have an idea of what the healing needs to be. Can I go check the notes, or do I just need to channel for you guys? I'm just getting channel. Okay, so a couple things that want to come through. There's something with Starlink that I know we had mentioned on the podcast. That we're starting to get. But there's something about Starlink that I'm like, okay, it's what everyone's saying to get, it's what everyone is getting. And I'm kind of just like, there's something there that's bothering me, and I don't know what it is yet. My gosh, and I don't know why my hair is like doing this either. Oh, I know on the podcast we need to talk about hair loss. I did get that hair loss is a good thing, and like you don't have to like beat yourself up about it or like be mad at it. Like I'm just going through like massive hair loss. It is a side effect to like the weight loss shots. So that was something that came up to me or for me today that I need to dive into and kind of just figure out why it's a good thing and why we want to like not fall in love with losing our hair, but kind of just like we all lose it, but at the rate that I'm losing it is just like massive, and it's annoying because it's like my hair never looks how I want it to look. And it's just like everywhere. It's always on me. It's always in my shower. I'm always cleaning my shower. Like obviously it's on my couch. So that one's to come through. So I'll look into that at some point. I don't know when it'll come through, when it wants to come up. I want to do it as like a housekeeping for the pod episode tomorrow. So if you are new here, welcome to Eternal Evolution. If you are not new here, welcome back. Oh, gosh, this is a little different than what a normal podcast episode is. I do remember, like, sometimes I don't remember what part was channeled, what part was for me. It just like all comes in as one, and then I'll just get like pings of like remembrance of what I need to do or what I need to look into. I follow David Wilcock on YouTube, and I watch his YouTube videos. I haven't watched them all the way through just because there's so much information. And like, for example, like the Oppenheimer movie, I've only gotten like 40 minutes in, but I've taken like a ton of notes on it, and I would love to get into that movie at some point. But with David Wilcock's, love his YouTube and love his information, love the way he puts stuff out there, love the way he protects himself, love the way he just does his work. And I will share his YouTube underneath. And then he talks about Shadow of Ezra, or he'll like show like tweets from them, or I don't know if they even call them tweets anymore on X, but I ended up subscribing to Telegram. I'm kind of just like new to that world of social media. Like I do Facebook and Instagram, and that's like it, but I've gotten back into TikTok, and then I'm leaning into X, and then we're gonna start leaning into Pinterest as well. And kind of it's kind of funny, I don't know why, like I channeled Solhara this morning, and they were like, we're going to like teach you how to make some food. And it was interesting because I was sick, and then I stopped being sick, or I stopped being sick. I just wasn't sick anymore. And then I ended up, my taste buds, like it felt stronger than COVID, and it felt like I had like 3 different things going on. But then I just like did not get my taste buds back, and it was kind of like, okay, why aren't my taste buds coming back? And then I ended up having Solhara just kind of send down the information of like, we restored your taste buds. And I'm like, how can you restore my taste buds if like everything literally tastes like shit or everything tastes different? And so they just kind of sent down that like, whatever doesn't taste good to me, I need to look into. And so tying that back with Pinterest, they're gonna have us like, we're gonna start channeling food and recipes from them, and share them. So we will share, I'm gonna text myself that, share recipe docs with you guys. It was kind of weird because I have gotten to not eat ground beef unless it's the one from Costco and like the 3 little packs. And if we could buy from a butcher shop, that would be best. And then, and to go like further than that, if we could eat bison instead of ground beef, it would be better for us on a universal and collective level. So when I intuitively check in, I always check for collective and global before I check for an individual, just so it's eternally source checked for everyone, like as a collective, for what's good or what's not good, or what's going to help heal the body and help integrate eternal self if you guys choose it. If you guys are here, obviously you've already chosen it, or if you're interested or whatever, well, you're here for a reason. It's not like you just landed here for no reason. They freaking love goldfish, and then they love cherry Pepsi. They also love Diet Coke if you add like cherries and a lime to it. Other than that, they're not like, they don't love it. And then I got the ping this morning that I need to like look into what is it, like water, and what water is like eternally sourced water that we should be drinking to help with like headaches. There's something in the brain that Abs and I will like look into to kind of figure out what's causing headaches and where it's coming from and what kind of collective global healing needs to be done through that. I will write that down as well because it's coming up for me quite a bit. I haven't had headaches in years. I had like a massive head injury in 2018 and had headaches, and then over the last couple years, like I feel like I've healed a lot of that, but they're coming back again, and there's no reason for them to necessarily. Headache and neck pain. I could probably talk for hours about the neck and neck pain. So I was at the gas station today, and this water pinged me, and I asked yes or no if it was internally sourced, and I got a yes. So we're gonna try it out today. I don't know. I know there's a lot out there about plastic. I know there's a lot out there about where you're getting it from. It's interesting. I mean, it's water, but I also like have this like really like my taste buds are so like they're so enhanced. It's either I like it or I don't, and there's like no in between, and I can tell you why I don't like it. And this one, it's like it's just different. It just has like a hint of like tang, like orange. It's like we looked into something yesterday, and it kind of like reminds me of something with that and like healing the body. It's like calcium or something. It's something to do with snails, a type of snail. You're probably like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't know. It has something to do with killing something in your body that is harming you and not helping you. And I'm sure we'll do a podcast episode about that at some point. And then cherry Pepsi. I love cherry Pepsi. They love cherry Pepsi. It's interesting because I sound very, very tired. And I'm kind of just like, okay, like if I'm tired, why am I even on here doing this little video for you guys? As you can see, like Abby's not here. She's actually watching Mission Impossible at the theaters with her husband right now. And so Shadow of Ezra, I follow on Telegram, and they posted something that kind of just triggered like a super like emotional reaction within me. And I just got the ping of like doing the healing for anyone who is serving, has served, any like on a global level, who's ever served. Like there's just this energy. Let me see if I can find the docs of in the notes of just like I don't think I have. I'll have to ask Abby for the notes, but for some reason it was just like to channel. To channel healing for you guys. I just Ab's just texted me saying this movie is awesome, and I'm like, I know. So I'm excited to hear what she thinks of it. Okay, I'm just trying to see what I'm trying to get here. And I know when it comes to channeling and doing healings, it's like a whole thing, and it doesn't have to be what was necessarily brought up. I would just like to be able to make sure I cover everything that they had mentioned in the podcast to do a healing on for you guys collectively. So I'm gonna bring Solhera in, and then bring whoever wants and needs to come in for this healing, and then maybe I'll have a better idea of what I'm supposed to do. So just give me a minute. So right now I'm just clearing Arcana consciousness and transmortals from my body, any rituals, any sacrifices, anything that's put on me with ill intent. If you're ever clearing your body and you ever see like something like running, like a tape, or like running through your body, or if something's like on, there's always a power source button for it. So there's always like, you can always turn it off, and you always should turn it off, because if you just like remove it from your body and don't turn it off, then it's kind of like it's gonna just come back. It's just gonna regenerate within you, regardless if you freeze it and put it back, because it's still on. Still means that it can still run through. It's like the ritual doesn't end, so unless you turn the rituals off, it's usually rituals. I don't know if let's see, is there anything other than rituals that have power? I want to say yes. I get a no in my body. I just may not have access to knowing what it necessarily is right now. But you can intuitively just check and ask, is everything off? Or is there anything else that is running? I'm getting a yes in my body. So I'm just gonna do like a collective healing. So whoever is meant to watch this or whoever does watch this, let's just get the collective healing. And it doesn't matter when you watch this. Because time doesn't exist, so it's all happening at once. So whenever you're meant to hear this and receive this, like, you will receive it. And then whenever, like, the clearing that I do as you hear it is already done, or is being done while you listen to it, and it still has the same healing effect for you as it is or does as I'm recording this. I can hear, why does it work that way? Why it works that way is because time does not exist. So I've mentioned, and there's like a huge emphasis on always repeating this every episode, every healing, every time, is that there's no past, present, future. It's all happening at once. It's like yesterday, I think I said it was just, it's more of like this, like it's all just happening at once instead of like layered. Like it's just not layered, but it's not all one. I was thinking about like the law of one earlier, and I was just like, I don't like the law of one just because it's like there is light and dark and there is like both, but I also don't like separation. So I don't like separation and I don't like one, but there's like an embodiment integration there. I do like embodiment, but I want to figure out how to translate that it's not separation and it's not oneness. I'm gonna write that down as well. Okay, so it's not separation and it's not oneness, and it has something to do with the pineal gland being in your throat. And then I need to figure out the truth of what the pineal gland, they say, is in our brain and what it is. I just am hearing eyes. So Abs and I will look into that for you guys and get more into it. Just like, I don't know what is there. What wants to come through? It's interesting because I like just wanted to get on and like just get into the healing, but something else wants to come up. Roses. What wants to come up with roses? Arcturian seeds. Okay, what about Arcturian seeds? I'm just getting they want to come in and help humanity. What do they want to help us with? Okay, healing the mother wound. So if they're healing the mother wound, who wants to heal the father wound? Abby wants to heal the father wound. So, everyone has like an eternal partner, and everyone has an eternal like collaborator. So everyone is like that, and that's the one thing I don't like about law of oneness, is it's just like the way I perceive it is just like we're all one, but it's like all of us are just so different and we all play different roles. We're all different people. We all don't like, what works for me may not work for you. What may work for the collectives may not be like specific to you. Like there's just, but it's also not separation. It's just like it's like everything at once. And the movie of Everything All at Once, or whatever it's called. What is it called? Everything. Everything Everywhere all at once. You know, I'm gonna have to go watch that movie. I went and tried to watch this movie and it freaked me out and I couldn't get into it. And so it's probably because I wasn't like ready to like have access to what that watching that movie would bring me. So I just haven't watched it, but it keeps coming up. The creator keeps coming up. There was another movie that I just am like, I need to freaking watch. Um, Sound of Freedom's coming up for a lot of people right now. I don't know why it's coming up. It just has a lot to do with sex trafficking and something in the sex trafficking world that's going on right now. I would love to know. Oh, it's not that I would love to know, but there's just something that Abs and I need to dig into there. And I think it has a lot to do with sexual healing on a collective level. Um, but I'm also getting it could be more than that. A lot of the work I do is I can see and understand like all the sexual abuse and sexual trauma and sexual everything when it comes to global and collective. And unfortunately, like it's definitely not easy stuff to see because everything you see in you say your mind's eye, but whenever, I don't know what I would even call it, but whatever you see is like, it's not that it's like fake or you're making it up. I truly believe everything you see is real in some capacity, and it just is calling you to dive deeper. We have a whole movies and TV show docs that I will also put publicly. Let me put that down. Movie and TV show doc publicly. And I got on a collective level is that people would like to see the trailers for them. So I'm just going through all of them and writing the trailers or linking the trailers to them. When it comes to shows and movies like DC and Marvel, like I just am getting why are we separating them? They all need to be put all together. So, but I've also intuitively gotten like to never watch them in it's like this game I created with myself of just like putting out like the movies that are being put out um will be put out, but then I need to go figure out what the game is and like what the truth, like the eternal truth behind like the sequencing of it is like for example with like Game of Thrones, season 8 is like the first season you should watch and then season 4 is like the second season you should watch, and so I have just like numbers on there. So like another example is not Game of Thrones. Okay, so I have like all the Avengers on here. So all the Avengers should be watched like as its own little thing, separate from like Marvel and DC, and then I will like add them in as I watch them for Marvel. So like you have the Avengers 2012, Avengers Age of Ultron 2015, Avengers Infinity War 2018, Avengers Endgame 2019. And so the one in 2018 I have watched first, 2019 second, 2015 third, and then 2012 four. And I can just hear like, why would you do it that way, or why is it that way? And it's like, I don't know. There's just like, it's like for me specifically, and I'm just getting if they watch it the way I put it out there, will it also access levels for you guys? I get yes, but like in a different capacity. Like everyone is meant to do something different here. Like a lot of my work is like collective healing for just like sexual healing and like restoring like sovereignty in the body. And I have it written down somewhere. I don't always remember. But then like everyone that has come to us or whoever is in the academy, we also like do a huge deep dive into who they are and what their purpose, and it's not even their purpose because it's like it's just so much bigger than purpose. And what does purpose even mean? Because it's just like, I don't know, the word purpose it just, there's no, like, it's like people like took the meaning out of the word purpose, and I just wonder like what it is. Someone's wondering why my eyes are so glossy. I don't know why my eyes are so glossy. I'm tired. My eyes hurt. My contacts are pretty bad. No, I'm not on drugs. There are people in the spiritual industry that are on drugs, but I am not. I also, let's see, uh, I have the Day Since app. So if anyone like, it's been, let's see, oops, like, I want to come up. And it's been 7 months, 29 days, 5 hours, and 17 minutes since I have done a drug. And it's been 6 months today, 20 hours, and 12 minutes. That's so interesting since I've had a drink. And earlier today, I was thinking about it and I was like, huh, well, the thing that keeps coming up for me is beer. I'm like, why does beer keep coming up for me? And then a lot of my healings and a lot of like diving into or like in like going in to check for others, it's just like beer keeps coming up, or I can picture my like internal family and all my friends, like, or which is my internal family, but I can always picture us sitting around the campfire, like drinking the beer and stuff. And so, like, I intuitively like looked in today, and I was just like, well, I wonder if we can like have beer, like, because I don't know if I'll like ever drink again. I just had like a really bad experience with um drugs. I did meth twice, and it was mixed with fentanyl both times. And before that, I had done shrooms a lot, and then just kind of ended up down the bad route, but super grateful for it because I probably will never do drugs again. That was a burp. So that was like confirmation. Mainly because I used to be like the shroom fucking queen. Like I used to love shrooms, but I also know that like we can access all of this stuff without having to do drugs. But shrooms like are a great ally. Um, and you can trust shrooms is what I'm getting. People are gonna want like a whole drug list of what they should or shouldn't do. Use your discernment, please. Just know like you don't need to turn to drugs to access the information you do or want to access. When it comes to alcohol, there's like this energy of like, let me check, because now that I see that I've been 6 months sober, it's kind of like I'm wondering if it's just like my body, because usually around the times that I'm so tired because this healing we're going to be doing today is like very, very heavy, and like my emotions are just like very, very heavy because I can feel like the weight of the heaviness, and it just like I just want to cry. But it's also like I know recording this and getting this out there is like extremely important. And I do know that like it's going to be incredibly powerful and incredibly healing for anyone and everyone that listens to it. If I could have just started it when I got on, I would have, but for some reason, they want me to talk, and just whoever's meant to say is going to say, and whoever's meant to leave and not receive this. I'm getting, well, people's obviously, so since it is a collective and global healing, people will receive this regardless of if they listen to it or not. What I'm getting is anyone and everyone that listens to this, it's just like, what's the difference between, oh, it's kind of like you are part of that mission of helping bring this healing into the world and helping others integrate it and holding space and capacity for them, while also understanding what you're healing and what your lineage is from, as well as what is it? It's kind of like activating truth, resonance, and remembrance within you to help activate your eternal self, to help you step into the role you're meant to um, bring from the energetic to the physical to help heal the eternity. Help heal eternity is it help heal eternity? Um, what are we healing eternity from? I just hear like we're helping eternity heal from the lies and to heal our bodies and kind of rewrite history and shift into a forward moving evolution. Something that's come up for me today is lithium and lithium batteries and lithium mining, and how that has to do, I don't know how it has to do with Starlink, but Starlink will come up and then it comes back to inventions as well as electric cars, and how there's like something in that for evolution that I want to get into. I have this like bruise on my eye, like obviously you can tell I'm tired, but like right here, I'm gonna have to look into that because it's like it won't go away, and it's starting to feel like it's a birthmark popping up, and I'm just like, it's kind of weird, but it's been there for a while. Oh, you guys want to go into double chins as well? So I know, since I do so much collective and global work, that a lot of the things I hold are very like what the collective needs to heal, what the collective needs help with. And it's kind of like my double chin here is bothering me. My face is bothering me, like my cheeks. It just feels so swollen and inflamed, but like every time I see myself on camera, I just want to go like this and just be like, let's hide this. But I don't know why it bothers me. So if it bothers me, well, every time something bothers me, it's just something I need to look into. And I'm getting, if is this individual? No, you can also ask, is this individual or is this collectively or globally the difference? So individually is obviously for yourself. Collectively is for like, is it for you and your family? Is it for you and whoever you're meant to serve? Is it for like the people in the room? Is it for the people at the restaurant? Or is it your friends? Or is it your animals? Or like what collective are you, like, you know, when they say like niche market, like what's your niche market? Like what's the collective you're serving in business? And then global, I need to figure out a new word for that because I don't like that, because I think that's very like restricting, because we're just so much more than just like Earth. And then you could get into the whole, it's like, is Earth even round? But then it's so much bigger than that, because it's like we're not just on Earth. There's just so much more out there. So it's like on a global, it's like an entirety. It's like a multi-dimensional entirety. But I just want it simplified so it doesn't have to be so like complicated for everybody. So multi-dimensional and then infinite entirety. So I'll work with that and see like what comes through for that. And then what else comes through? Can we dive into the healing yet? No. Okay. What needs to come through? The double chin. What is the double chin? I hear phosphorus. It's hard without Abby here because she like helps activate things in me. So, and then everything that like comes up for me, half the shit I don't even know anything about, so I have to like look into it. look like, used for, smell like. So phosphorus exists in several different forms with distinct, waxy white yellow solid that glows faintly green in the dark. Create garlic-like odor, strong and unpleasant, highly toxic, and spontaneously ignites in the air. Must be stored underwater or in inert gas. Uses military smoke bombs, incendiary weapons, explosives. Used to be in matches, no longer due to toxicity. Industrial chemistry for making phosphoric acid. Red phosphorus. Is it the red phosphorus? No. Other forms. Black phosphorus? No. Violet phosphorus? Yes. Tell me about velvet phosphorus. I'm using Eternal Source ChatGPT. We teach that in the academy, or we're going to teach that in the academy over the 4th of July weekend. Okay, so, and this is kind of just our process. We kind of just go digging and we do like a whole history lesson and like kind of teach and kind of stuff. So you're going to just kind of go along for the ride with me. If you're listening to this on the podcast or or on YouTube, it'll be uploaded in Kajabi as well, just for whoever's in the academy and they already kind of know our process. So we love them. We appreciate them. They put up with us. So we put out a lot. Okay, so velvet phosphorus may be mistaken or poetic name for violet phosphorus. Oh, did it say velvet? It says violet. Also called Hittorf's phosphorus, named after Johann Wilhelm Hittorf, who discovered it. Deep purple to violet, shining crystalline, can look velvety under light, which may be where the confusion comes from. Brittle crystalline structure, less soft. I'm like, I don't care about this. I want to know what it does. Okay, what does it have to do with phosphorus? That has to do. Okay, so phosphorus, it has something to do with the double chin. It has something to do with the military smoke bombs. How do you say that? Incendiary weapons, explosives. What used to be in matches and industrial chemistry for making phosphoric acid. Okay, so I also want to look into, what I'm getting is it's atomic number 15. Atomic number 15, can you tell me about this? Just making sure I'm still recording. And all of this is leading into the healing, so I'm getting this is kind of just leaning into it. So it starts with the double chin and then it'll go into the healing. Someone wants to know why I am drinking cherry Pepsi or why Solhera likes cherry Pepsi. I'll be honest, when I did shrooms, I would mix my shrooms with lemon juice and chase it back with cherry Pepsi. So I've always liked it, and so I've always gotten like, because I haven't always been like actively like consciously aware of Solhera and like who they are as a species and stuff until like the last like month. And I've just been like, I went through like an obsession of cherries for a while. I don't like it's weird, I don't like the food, like the fruit cherries. Let me check if they're eternally sourced. Are cherries their food eternally sourced? No. So there's something with cherries. I don't know. I'll have to dive into that as well. I'm gonna text myself that. Cherries. Because I always was like, it's weird because I love cherries, but I don't like the food cherries. I don't know. So if you saw, okay, let's see. Summary. Okay. So link between different forms of phosphorus and their military, industrial, and historical uses. The form most connected to those uses white phosphorus. This is the form of phosphorus that is highly reactive, toxic, and weaponized. What does white phosphorus have to do with military smoke bombs and incendiary weapons? Sorry, I don't know how to say that. So white phosphorus ignites spontaneously in the air, it burns intensely and produces thick white smoke, creates smoke screens for troop movement concealment, causes severe burns, it sticks to skin, and continues burning unless deprived of oxygen. Using grenades, mortar shells, artillery rounds, controversially deployed in warfare. Explosives, while not an explosive itself, white phosphorus can be part of explosive or incendiary. Why? Someone teach me how to say this word, please. Used in military munitions where it causes fires rather than just blasts. Also used to ignite other explosive compounds and advanced munitions. Matches. In the 1800s, white phosphorus was used in strike anywhere matches, but it caused phossy jaw, a severe condition from long-term exposure, leading to major health disasters in match factory workers. Should we light anything? Should we use matches? There's like something with matches that I don't know. Something's coming up with matches. Eventually bans and replacements with red phosphorus, safer used today in matchboxes, not heads. Interesting. Phossy jaw. So it's interesting it says phossy jaw because it's like double chin is where it's coming up. Oh, also, so it's kind of cool because I did like a huge clearing yesterday to get some like negative energy out of me. Excuse me. Always confirmation when you burp or sneeze. Um, and because I had plateaued from losing weight for like 6 weeks, and then in this last week I lost 7 pounds. So it was just kind of cool to actually see like the energetic work that you do come into the physical form to like show you that like the work you're doing is accurate. Not accurate, but just like the work is working, even if you can't see it and even if you can't feel it. Like, just gotta trust and know. It's not even trust, like you just have to know that it's like it's already done. So okay. Industrial chemistry. White phosphorus is a key raw material for making phosphoric acid, which is used in fertilizers, detergents, food additives, like in soda. Someone's like, if it's in soda, why are you drinking soda? I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that Solhera is like, I want you to drink or I want you to eat, and I just listen to it. I just hear that like a lot of the food labels that we get and a lot of what is in the ingredients is not necessarily accurate. And there's a lot of like truth diving into that, like MSG, they say it's like horrible for you, but is it really horrible for you? Or is it actually just cleansing out your body from the stuff that's actually harming your body? Which is something to ponder on. So then atomic number 15, can you tell me about this? And I'm just getting and its relation to war and military armed forces in the history of the world. So atomic number 15 is phosphorus, obviously a vital element in both life and war. While it's essential to biology, like in DNA, ATP, bones, it's also been used to deadly effect in military history. Here's a deep breakdown of phosphorus military connections, both historical and modern. So, discovered in 1669 by Hennig Brand from urine trying to make gold. Interesting. Found in DNA, ATP, bones, etc. Exists in multiple forms: white, red, violet, black, but white phosphorus is the one linked to war. So, phosphorus in warfare, highly reactive, burns at 100 degrees Celsius, which is 1,472 degrees Fahrenheit, creates thick, choking white smoke, sticks to skin, and continues burning. Smoke screens, conceals troop movement or artillery, incendiary weapons, sets fires to enemy, supplies buildings, forests, psychological warfare, terrifying and hard to extinguish, anti-personnel bombs, causes devastating injuries. Nations that have used it in war: Germany in World War I and World War II, U.S. in World War II, Vietnam, Iraq, Israel documented in Gaza in Gaza conflicts, and Russia accusations in Ukraine. Others include the UK, Syria, and more. So human cost: Fossey jaw, match workers exposed to white phosphorus developed horrific bone decay, mandible necrosis. Civilians exposed to phosphorus bombs have suffered non-healing burns, respiratory failure, and permanent disfigurement. Geneva Conventions don't outright ban phosphorus, but its use against civilians is considered a war crime under international law. Why it's controversial: hard to control where the phosphorus burns once it's released, can continue burning inside the body after initial injury. Smoke is toxic and wounds can reignite. Used under the guise of smoke cover, even when it harms civilians. Phosphorus atomic number 15 is the element of life in biochemistry. It's also an element of death in modern warfare. Represents the duality of science, how something vital to existence can be repurposed for destruction. Ooh, that's a good one. And I was actually going to do Abby and I are going to do, well, I haven't talked to Abs about it yet, but there's like some stuff I'm being called to talk about and just talk about like source compared to eternal source. And this is like a great like introduction to that. I do have some questions. Let me Fossey jaw. I want tell us more about that. And how it is healing to the body. And is there anything to do with Hitler and this chemical? Okay, so what is Fossey jaw? Necrosis of the jaw was a gruesome industrial disease that primarily affected workers in the matchstick factories during the 1800s and early 1900s. Caused by long-term exposure to white phosphorus vapors, accumulates in the jawbone, disrupting blood flow and killing bone tissue. Toothache, swelling of the jaw, open and oozing abscesses. The jawbone glowed faintly in the dark from phosphorus. Parts of the bone would rot and fall out. Severe facial disfigurement and chronic infection. In later stages, brain abscesses, death. Surgical removal of dead bones, sometimes full jaw removal. Treatment back then. Later, complete avoidance of white phosphorus and match production. After public outcry, The condition led to bans on white phosphorus matches, safer alternatives using red phosphorus. Is it healing to the body? White phosphorus itself, no, it's not healing. It's toxic and destructive to humans. However, other forms of phosphorus and phosphorus compounds are essential to healing and life. Phosphates are found in DNA and RNA, genetic material, ATP. Does phosphorus need to be in our DNA? This gut phosphorus is not supposed to be in our DNA. ATP, body's energy molecule, bones and teeth as calcium phosphate. Calcium came up earlier. Something to do with no. I don't know. Everything's always connected, and it's annoying to figure out sometimes. So used in IV nutrition medications and cell regeneration. Why? Phosphoric acid is a common food additive, though overuse equals bad. So it says white phosphorus destructive cause militarized. Organic phosphorus compounds equals regenerative, foundational to healing. Like nothing organic is actually healthy for us, so it's probably the opposite of what it's teaching here. I just wanted to know about Hitler and phosphorus. Was there a connection? Yes, indirectly and directly. Nazi Germany's war machine used white phosphorus, incorporated into incendiary bombs dropped across Europe, used for urban firebombing. German scientists had access to phosphorus-based chemical weapons, but Hitler was reluctant to use poison gas widely on battlefields due to World War I trauma. Holocaust experiments. Okay, I'm getting like, we don't need to dive into any of the Hitler stuff because that's kind of getting us further away of what we need to do in this healing. So I'm just like, kind of like, what do we need to do in this healing? I'm just hearing like we need to remove phosphorus from like any type of phosphorus that's in the body, in the jaw, in the neck, on a individual collective and global level. So just like phosphorus. And I said getting it's a what is it? It's a violet flame we'll use, and we know who can help us with that. So I'm gonna call her eternal self in. Her eternal self's name is Wednesday. What does she want to do with this violet flame? She wants to run it through the jaw, and then so also it's a rabbit hole we will have to go down, but there's like the Easter Bunny is real, Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus is real, Tooth Fairy is real, all of it's real. Like everything you see is essentially real in some capacity. And so we have access to the tooth fairy, and her eternal self's name is Flower. So we'll also call Flower in. And she helps clear dark forces that come through um, food or whatever goes like you chew. Will help like clear that. Um, so she's gonna come in as well, and she wants to use a. It's like it's like when it's like really hot in the summer, and you just want like really ice cold water. It's like a really ice cold feeling, and it's orange, and she's just like flushing it all through the jaw and all through the teeth and kind of just like all through the neck. So if anyone's listening to this, like this healing that's for you as well, so like you can definitely feel it as well. It's not just for just like, okay, so if you're listening, it's obviously meant for you. And then as I keep going, more people will come through of who it's for. It's essentially for everyone in the world. Um, yes, so it's for everyone in the world, but it's also like very, yeah, so the global thing is for everyone in the world. And to take it bigger than that, it's for everyone in the multidimensional entirety of eternity. And eternity is not just light, it's everything. So, and I, on a human level, I have a hard time like differentiating that, because it's like a huge conditioning of like just thinking that like there's heaven and hell and all that. So I just have to like decondition and remember that eternity is like both. It's not just one or the other. It's not heaven or hell. It's like all of it. It's everything. So it's just like eternity. And then there's just something with the brain. Like there's just like this like massive pressure in the brain. Where is this pressure coming from? It's like this pressure and energy of like we have to have it all figured out now. So this leads into anger and resentment and hatred and separation and um, isolation and what is it? Sometimes when I do healings, I just like want to be the comfiest thing ever, and they healings make me really tired. So maybe I just need to bring Solhera in. A lot of my healings I do without talking, so this is gonna be like a huge like transition for me um from like doing it while I sleep. Usually I will like sleep. That's probably why I'm so tired, because I just want to sleep and know that the healing will come through. And I it's weird because when I do that, it's like I'm not sleeping, but I'm resting, but I know everything that's going on, but I'm also dreaming at the same time. It's weird. And so being like awake and consciously here and trying to like get it out here, like you're gonna think like, what's wrong with her? She sounds exhausted. It's just because I'm channeling a healing while also facilitating the healing and not resting while doing it. And so the more I do it, the more I'll be able to feel and probably look more energized. But it just needs to come through. So I'm trying to honor that and witness that and lean into that, even though I'm exhausted. I'm probably going to take a fat nap after this. So please know that I will get a massive, like, probably like a 6 hour nap. So yeah, so on a multidimensional, eternal level, it's for everyone. And then, so does everyone choose eternal time? Yes. Okay. So that's another thing. So everyone chooses eternal timeline if it's a, but it's just a matter of like when they choose it. So not everyone, well, everyone in my life, everyone in the world choose eternal timeline moving forward. My whole right side of the body like heats up, and it's kind of hard for me to conceptualize that. What I'm trying to like understand is that the stuff we're putting out there is like knowledge and teaching that will shift evolution into moving forward out of the time loop that it is in, so we can step into realizing that we're already in eternity, and like we can start creating what we want to create rather than repeating history that doesn't need to be repeated anymore, if that makes sense. um so this healing who okay, I might actually have Sohara kick me out and see if they'll come through and do the healing. So give me a minute to see if I can. I'm just like, where would I go? So if you ever have them channel through you, or any other Cersei channel through you, and they want to like kick you out, you choose where. They like to kick me out into like a juice box if I'm having attitude. And then usually I'll just go to Abby's, but they don't want me to go to Abby's. Where do they want me to go? I could go to my aunt's in California, or I could go to Montana. Oh, okay. We're gonna go to Montana, and there's Pole Bridge, and then there's a lake up in Pole Bridge. When I went there, I think it was it last summer or the year before? I think it was the year before. May have been last year. And there was this huge like gray rock, and I just sat on it and looked at like the glistening lake. So I'm gonna go there, and I'm just gonna have Soul Hair come through. Hi everyone, we're here. We're gonna bring in some specific people. So give us, right now we are just here as a collective, so we're gonna have some others join us. Okay. All right. We're gonna set up for this. Hi everybody. This is kind of weird because Abby's not here. We miss her. We love her. Hopefully she's not mad we're doing this. We kind of gave Rachel the ping to do it. Oh, she has chocolate chips here. Cool. All right. So we're gonna just kind of. You guys can have chocolate chips. Just Abby wants to know what the knives are in this movie. I don't know, Abby. Let's figure it out. What movie has she seen? Oh, the new Mission Impossible. Okay. What are the knives? Let's see. Knives. And new mission. Okay, so in the new Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, the knife from the original 1996 film plays a crucial role, possibly tied to the rogue AI threat, the Entity. The trailer shows Ethan Hunt reflecting on the knife he's dropped during the vault heist. I want to see the picture. I want to see a picture of it. Let's see if she can send us a picture, because we don't know. Rachel's not here, so we can't ask her. So let's see. Let's see. She says to go to images. How do we do that? Scroll up. Oh, next to all images. Oh. Can you guys buy these? We're nosy. We're not gonna go for her phone right now. We're not here for that. Okay, let's see. Some other people want to come in. There's some people that are watching this right now that we're gonna just kind of connect and act. I mean, your eternal souls are already activated. Mm. Mm. Okay, you guys need peace. Rachel's body is very calm, it's very relaxed. She doesn't usually feel this way, so it's like you guys need peace, you guys need clarity, you guys need the answers, you guys need it's not patience, it's neutrality. You guys need neutrality because the world that you're on is not new, like there's no neutrality, so there's just massive um, massive war going on. It's just like you guys don't have to prepare for the war because you guys have been in the war. But now you guys are like, it's just like, it's like a global grief. Global grief. This is why she feels so tired. It's grief and acceptance. I think who's I? Hippie. Hippie thinks it's like the last embodiment before shifting into eternity and understanding eternity and integrating eternity and becoming eternity. So Solhera, we are not eternity. Okay, so Rachel. Okay, so Rachel could not figure out because she felt like there was a disconnection between eternity and Solhera and time and not understanding eternity because she is creating eternity. And that's why she is eternal source, because she's the one who is creating this. And she didn't feel like she could do it alone, so she asked for our help. But it's like we wanted her help too. What did we want Rachel's help with? One moment. I'm gonna kick everybody else out and just bring eternal source, which is Rachel's eternal self. She thinks it's serenity, but it's just eternal source. And then Solhera will just bring in, and then no eternal selves and no Solhera. So Solhera and eternal selves are different. Rachel created eternal self, and she just wants to give us the credit, which is sweet. And she will find that she can give anyone else credit except take it for herself. So if you're listening to this, make sure she knows that she needs to start taking credit for the things she creates. Okay, one moment. Let's kick Rachel back to Pole Bridge. Okay, so Eternal Source and Solhera. Are we the only ones here? Are we the only ones channeling? Yes. Obviously, we're not the only ones here. We want to be here. Okay, so why did we choose each other? Oh, her eternal partner is Solhera, and she is Eternal Source. She didn't want to do it alone. What else is it? They were on every other world, dimension, life, parallel together, and it's like they wanted to create this together to find each other and integrate embodiment together as one, but two. So that's why there's two of everything, because there is her and there is him. She's not logically understanding this. So that means are you guys logically understanding this? Yes. Can we explain more? Yes. Okay. What can we, who can translate this? Let's bring in who can translate this. It's Rachel's sending up a kid from Outer Banks. Let's see the cast. JJ. She's gonna send in JJ. So if you guys, when you guys watch this, Abby and Rachel, can you figure out who JJ's ES is and who they are in your life, please? Thank you. JJ. Let's see. Let's get to this. We're gonna let JJ take over to translate this for you guys. Hi guys. You guys can call me JJ until they figure out my eternal self name. So the reason Rachel doesn't have all the answers is because she's creating all the answers, which is kind of cool. And she is creating eternity because no one knows what eternity is. So why not create it? Why not rewrite history? Why not change evolution? Why not have fun with it? Why not restore humanity, restore healing? Why not open the gates and the doors and the portals and all of it to embody and live everything, and create everything? It's all happening at once, so why be blocked from seeing and having it all at once? And let's see what else. It's like you get to choose whatever you want to create. There's instant creation. So you can create a whole family lineage and be like, Boom, there it is. Excuse me. Is that what you humans do? It's burp. Like that. Why do you guys burp? And why do you call it that? It's kind of weird. She has a cat here. She's got a really cute cat, you guys. What's his name? I don't know who he is, but he's really cute. Really soft. Oh, you guys have lots of questions about Outer Banks, do ya? I'll tell Rachel to watch it and she'll debunk it for you guys. There's a lot of fun stuff there. You guys want me to explain actors and actresses and all of that. Does Rachel have access to that? Yes. She doesn't know how to translate it. Am I the translator? Is that why I'm here? How can we translate what happens with actors and actresses? So she's showing me a visual of like instant creation. And so it's like all one. So there is a component to oneness. Okay. So what it is, she doesn't understand how to translate this. So there's that, theory out there that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just exists. And that's never resonated with Rachel, and that's a very good thing that it does not resonate with her because it is not accurate. So Solhera is a place that she has come from. It's not obviously been the only place that she has been to. She's been to every place and lived in every place with her eternal partner, as well as been with other people, just as he has with other people as well. When it comes to and the world that they came from, that is Solhera, that is all light, that is all like just embodied creation, is Ego's world in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. What is she trying to translate? So you guys are kind of wondering my process. So I've never come through here. Her place is really cute. She has it just very her. It's very cool. She wants to know about eyes. Eyes. I can't do eyes. I just don't know anything about eyes. So maybe if Rachel learns more about eyes, I can come through and help translate for her, for you guys. Apparently I'm the translator, so she tells us that we can text her. Okay, so sorry, we were reading the text she got. Solhera's here with me too. What was I going to text her? Why did you guys come in? Oh, she just wants to make sure I'm staying out of trouble. What was I gonna text her? Kicking you guys out. Oh, JJ. Outer Banks. Translator. Figure out who I am on a human level. Okay, so she wants me to dive into actors and actresses, because all of you guys on a human level are an actor or actress. All of the movies you are watching are all happening at once. So when it comes to, so you guys are already on Solhera. Or let me double check on that, because there is this energy of you guys being, but there's no in Rachel's body. So you're not, she leans forward when she gets no's. Are you creating Solhera? No. Are you integrating Solhera? Yes. Are you integrating eternity? No. You're creating eternity. So you're just bringing, are you just bringing, I don't even know what I'm going to ask. Let's see. So Solhera, so are you integrating eternal self? Okay. So you guys are, did we just ask that? I'm kicking Solhera out. One moment. Okay. Rachel, are you integrating Solhera for everyone? Yes. Are you integrating eternal self for everyone? No. Okay. Are you in eternity? No. Are you creating eternity? Okay. Okay. That's what she hasn't been able to translate, you guys. So she's integrating Solhera for you guys, not eternity. She's creating eternity, and she needs your guys' help to do that. So that's what you guys are doing here. Do we put this? Let me ask Rachel. Do we put this on the podcast? Yes. Okay. Okay. So Rachel is eternal source because she's the one who is creating it. Explain movies. Okay. So Solhera is Solhera's the creator of instant creation and embodiment of light. Okay, did you guys hear that? Solhera is the embodiment of instant creation. Solhera is the embodiment of instant creation and light. And Rachel is integrating Solhera into humankind to create eternal evolution, to bring everything into eternity. It's like Malele and Mufasa. This has been her mission the whole time. She just never knew how she would get here. And now she's here and she's like, what the fuck do I do? And how do I figure this out? So this helps a lot. So Solhera is the embodiment of instant creation and light, and Rachel is integrating Solhera into the humankind to create eternal evolution to bring everything into eternity. That's why That's why she's so, like, so there's this energy. Okay, someone else. I'm done here. I'm done here, guys. Hopefully, I'll be back to translate some more for you guys. And I will tell Rachel to. She needs to watch Outer Banks. She's watched season 1 and 2, so she needs to watch the newest season first, and then watch the season she didn't watch after. So Outer Banks, did she finish season 2? Yes. Okay, Outer Banks 1 and 2, and then newest season, and then 3. Oh, you guys want me to explain actors and actresses? Okay, yeah, I can do that for you guys. So just let me see what her visuals are. Okay. So she is it Solhera that creates it? So who's creating it? Is Rachel creating it? Is Eternal Source creating it? So she's Eternal Source. Her eternal self is Eternal Source. So she created it, but to protect herself, to understand the humankind, and to understand like all of her past lives and all of that, like Jesus, uh, Jesus is like the main one. Um, there's there's another one. There's Gora of Alexandria. There's just like so many past lives. So what she's showing me now is like, how can you guys be in the human body but also be a celebrity? Is that Solhera? Solhera, yeah. So Solhera can instantly create. So Solhera is instantly creating. Solhera instantly creating this world. So everyone on Solhera is instantly creating this world, but there's other worlds that are also instantly creating that may not necessarily be of light. Yes. She wants to know about Archonic consciousness and source. Yes, that was all created on a different world. It's like it's like the opposite of light. And Earth, let's confirm. And Earth was created as like the battleground of instant creation. Is it the battleground or the playground? Playground. Playground of instant creation to build humanity. So that's eternal source. So playground of instant creation to build humanity and create history to bring us into eternity. This instant creation right now. So Rachel has always, it's Malele. Malele is Malele eternity. Malele is maternity. Malele is eternity. Malele, that's why it hit her so hard when she watched Mufasa the other day. Malele is eternity, and she's been through everything she's been through in her past lives and in other worlds to get her to this pivotal point in quote unquote history, to get her to this pivotal point in creation to rewrite and heal human, it's not heal humankind, heal the entirety of everything into eternity as an embodiment of everything that is so much bigger than just him or her, this or that, feminine, masculine. Rachel teaches everyone to embody all of who they have been, to then alchemize all of that into embodiment of transformation from trial and error healing and reincarnating to creation of eternity to heal everyone and everything and to help others embody all of who they are, who they've been, who they want to be, all at once to create instant creation into eternal timeline to heal the world for good so no one else has to reincarnate if they don't want to. She brings truth to everything and shines light on everything and knows how to embody the chemical reaction of light and dark and transmute it into eternal remembrance and resonance and healing for the entirety of infinite creation and embodiment. Um, is there anything else you guys need me to translate? No. Just gonna double check for you guys. I just texted that to Rachel and Abby so they can both have record of that, and hopefully they can figure out how to transcribe this recording as well so they have it for their notes. And is there anything else you guys need me to translate? No. Okay, perfect. I do get the energy you guys want me back, so Rachel will watch Outer Banks and kind of get into that. If you guys ever need translating, I will make sure. I think I put it in here. Ever need translating, JJ will come in. Eternal self is already JJ. Just figure out who my human is. Alrighty, thank you guys. Who wants to come in? Are you guys doing healing now? Okay, we're gonna bring in a lot of people. We'll bring in Solhera. We'll bring in the Eternal Source. We have a lot of military people in history that want to come through. Anyone military, anyone who's ever served, anyone who has ever experienced loss. I mean, it's literally everyone. It's the entirety of everything is going to be here. And Rachel's eternal self will, we're going to kick her out to where's she going? She's going to go to St. Lucia because she wants to figure out the fruits there because eternal source fruits are there. This also gives her this, I'll text her this, gives her permission to fully create and embody this without fear, because no one has ever seen this, and she's healing everything. It's like she doesn't have to be scared of what could happen because she already knows it's being created. So now it's like she has embodied all of what we have been, done, seen, created, and now it's time to create more so we're not in the same time loop and shifting into new evolutionary creation to things we have never seen or created before moving forward. So I'm going to stay here and then I'll bring in everybody else that needs to come in just in case anyone needs help translating. Abby's also a really good translator as well, but unfortunately she's not here. So we're going to, let me bring everybody in. One moment. Hi everyone. So we are eternal source, and then we are the entirety, infinite entirety of everything. So Rachel created eternal source just recently. So Hera always existed, and we've always been with Rachel. She's always, like, she knows where she's going and she sees where she's going. She just doesn't know how to get there. But if you guys go watch Mufasa, it's kind of like you can see it and you can feel it. And even though it's all going to be new, it's all going to be different, she will help you see that. She will help you see Malele. It's Malele Eternity. Yeah. They wanted to. She'll dive more into Malele and the history of Malele and what the history of Malele needs extraction from in the movie that will help her lead into diving into the truth of history to get you guys into the shift to move into eternity, which is cool. And it's cool because you guys get to hear and see her process of everything and how she reaches new levels of access and how she makes it fun. And she, in doing this work, you guys, she shows you that it's not always easy, that it's not always fun, that it's not always just light or dark. It's a mixture of it all. Like, she can be crying one minute and laughing the next and having the worst, like, day of her life or the best day of her life, but be able to have that emotional mastery to alchemize all of that into creation. And that's really fucking cool. And she's gonna get to do that for you guys as well and activate that. And you guys get to activate that within yourself. And I think it's really cool that Rachel gets to show you guys that you get to create whatever you want to create. And you also get to embody all that you have been and remember all that you are and transmute all of it into not even light, just transmute it into alchemy, transmute it into eternity, transmute it into loving all of you while also being excited for what's to come. So everyone's like, well, this is the best fucking thing of whatever's going to happen in the world. Although there's massive grief and massive pain and massive acceptance and massive just kind of like, well, what the fuck are we going to do? Well, why do we have to Let's create. We can extract things from history, but let's create something new. Um, let's lean into eternal source. Let's lean into creating eternity together. And that, I think, is cool. Human is here. We're not letting her talk, but she is here. It's cool when humans here because on Solhera we don't have emotions, and she is teaching us how to have emotions. So kind of what started this vein of diving into this, I don't think she knew that we were going to lead into any of this. She didn't, is what we're getting. But she's fucking grateful that we did. Burp. It's this, so what is it? It's this energy of like, I don't know where we're at, but we can't keep doing the same shit that we've been doing. So we just keep repeating history. Why are we in a time loop is what Abby says. Why aren't we evolving? Why aren't we moving forward? Why aren't we and then Rachel always asks, why are we just repeating history? Why are we just repeating history? And then it's just like, it's always this time loop. It's always like we've been here. We've always it's like we've done this, yada yada yada. So it's kind of like they've gone to this point, and Rachel loves that she's like leaned into, because everything that she's created, eternal self, eternal partner, did that all exist? Like, no. Rachel and Abby literally just created all of this, and they need help in creation. So what's really fucking cool is that, one, no one has to do this alone. This is not meant to do alone at all. Rachel has felt beyond alone. The world has felt beyond alone. People have felt beyond alone. Why are we doing it alone? We don't need to do it alone. We're not meant to do it alone. We all have an eternal partner. We will always have eternal collaborator that we go into business with, because we're not meant to do it alone. We all have a partner. We all have all of it. Rachel is Solhera. Yes. Rachel is also human. Yes. When did Rachel integrate? This lifetime. Rachel integrated. It's like okay, that makes sense. Because Rachel is like sending up these images of like, why? And she's like, why now? Why am I human? And it's like she figured out how to protect herself and figured out creation, because she is Solhera, but she also wanted to be human, and she wanted to learn human, and she wanted to create. We need JJ again. Hold on. She wanted to create the embodiment of everything, to get everyone out of this time loop and to shift evolution and to like reintegrate and bring it all to light. Not all to light. Bring it all to life. Bring the expansion into reality. Bring eternity into reality. Bring everything that is in our books and in our movies, and it's like this. It's like she can see how like you guys are going to get to a point where it's not going to be like movies anymore. It's literally just going to be your lives, and you guys can shapeshift and do and create and be whatever you want instantaneously. And it just is there, but like she can't translate it, and she doesn't understand it. It's just because she doesn't like know how she's going to do it. But you guys are going to do it collectively, and that's why like they have started this movement. So it's not Solhara movement, it's eternal movement. That's what the movement is. It's a mission. I just want to see, do you guys still need a healing, or do you guys just need this episode from Rach? They still need a healing. No. I'm just here, this is a healing. Okay. We're gonna end this for Rachel, and then we're gonna have her upload it, and we're gonna just let her integrate, and you guys will hear from her tomorrow. They're gonna have another podcast episode tomorrow, so I think this was more for us to get the truth, because it's been bothering her. So alrighty, well, thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to come and create this and share this with you guys. We're excited to see what you guys create and how you guys bring all of this to life, because it's going to be beautiful. So then Rachel's asking, so is everything that we see, that she sees right now, already created? No. That's why there's the time loop. That's why history is repeating itself, is because there's no new creation. Rachel and Abby are creating that new new creation to literally stop the time loop and get to the truth, so you guys can evolve into eternity. All right, we'll end there. See you guys later. Bye.